My stream's starting now, so I'll do the intro.
Alright.
Yeah. Just go into lobby 2. Konnichiwa. Hello, and welcome to Fuji DT Speedway for endurance special of the driver's room. My name is Flapjack, and I'm joined today by Craig.
Hello there. I didn't know you were multilingual either.
I know.
Something new every day then.
I know English, Japanese, and Northern Irish. Three
Yeah, that's
languages
gonna
there.
be good for people to understand. And I'm Welsh as well, but I sound like I'm from over here, which
Yeah, you do.
always is a very good mix. Sorry, I'm just trying to keep track of who is getting in the room out of all these races. Hosting's not all it cracked up to be.
Display all.
We have somebody doing a router reboot at the minute. And he is in our lobby, so hopefully he makes it. Nissan Elvis in the Team Subaru team. Team Subaru team, that's good English.
There's 3 drivers on track at the minute. McLaren of Mr. Tom Ajax is in the Peugeot, and then there's AGT Grimlock in the Dodge Viper. All of them will have teammates that they'll probably be trying to beat. Do you know when they were like making Fuji back in like 1960? They intended it to be like a NASCAR track. Yeah, there was going to be the start of NASCAR in Japan, but they ran out of money, so.
I wouldn't really like to try and take NASCAR around here.
Yeah. It's kind of, you can kind of see it though, it's where all like banking all over the place.
Yeah.
It's kind of like the idea, especially when you get to the last corner. It's like, whoa. Driving
It's
up
very Marmite this track, but some people like it, some people hate it. I actually quite like it.
Yeah. I think it creates for good battles, you know, with a long straight and then the braking zone at the start of the track.
Yeah.
It's actually the longest straight in motorsport, but I think everyone knows that anyway.
Oh, we have people sending me friend requests when I'm told to already have it done. So it's not just Sundays we have these issues. Just tell these guys quali is now on and the race starts at 1:15. One good thing with hosting and not racing, it's a lot easier to concentrate.
Yeah. I'm not stressed out at all here. So, yeah, usually when you're racing, you're a bit like, oh crap. But it works out.
That's the nightmare I have on a Sunday. Now you've decided to bugger off to tier 1. I've got a host every week now.
Oh, did no one step in to help?
Nah, it doesn't bother me too much.
Yeah.
Apart from this week where I had my meltdown.
Another one?
Yes, Nibadog, he was the one sending me the friend request. He's in there. So we're waiting on 1, 2,
Completely
3,
missed
4
Grimlock.
drivers.
Yeah. Just 4? Okay. There's 4 on track
Yeah.
at the minute.
Scotty for McLaren, the one who replaced myself. Nissan Elvis, the one who was doing the Ruta reboot for Team Subaru. Blackie for Team Alpha, and Muck Rita for BMW.
I remember watching the stream for our last race that we did, the endurance race for Tier 1, because I wasn't looking at the, Lobby 1 thing, and I seen Ajax. I haven't recognised him before, but he got like a really good start and was up to like 3rd place. I think he was almost battling for the leaders, but then he like crashed out. I think he ended up finished 7th. But yeah, he looked promising.
It's a good format. It's like I was in Lobby 1 last time, and it's good for like I had Grim in front of me, but there was no way I could catch him. He was too far away. But then you sort of hatch a plan, and I decided it was going to happen through pit stops. So changed my whole pit strategy, and 3 pit stops later, I was in front of him.
Seriously? Wow.
Yeah, so it's good for stuff like that if you can think on your feet.
Yeah. I did my first Drivers' Room Endurance race last Thursday, and in that, I was quite in a long race, I'm not used to doing endurance races, so I did that, and yeah, it was kind of like my tyre strategy changed throughout the race, what I was planning to do, just sort of copying the others around me and stuff like that.
Yeah, sort of last Thursday there with that Tier 3, it was quite interesting. So many guys, new guys, and then new guys like yourself just to the series out of the driver's room, and then guys from Tier 2, and it didn't go the way I thought it would.
No,
I thought the guys from the ones who were relegated from Tier 2 would have been a lot higher up the field, just having their endurance racing, background
and experience and stuff, yeah.
Of doing that hour, but they weren't. They were all at the back.
I know it was. I was in Tier 3, and I don't know if you've seen the results for it. It was actually quite an upset. Like, it was the same. The tier drivers from Tier 2 came down.
Yeah.
They didn't really dominate. There was a few of the new drivers who came in who were very, very quick. But yeah.
Yeah. Well, I did the highlight video for it, like, and it was some real good racing in Tier 3. But Bubo Lubo won it.
I didn't even see him.
he wasn't the fastest driver.
No.
He just had the better strategy.
The driver who was in the lead, I forget his name. I think he was a French driver. He crashed out, I seen, and yeah, I think he overfueled his car as well. He probably could have won if he didn't have 2 of those big mistakes. I think he must have lost about 15 seconds when he crashed. Crashed near the pit lane and tried to avoid going into it.
Yeah, I spent most of Thursday's race staring at some wall of gravel of some description.
Yeah, it was quite a lonely race when I was doing it.
I just didn't enjoy it at all.
We've got quite a tight battle for pole with Ajax, who raced in the race before, in the same race as Mr. Sean. Mr. Sean's had a good week, so he has.
He's been unreal. He's come on loads in season, like through season 2 and this season 3. He's been unreal.
Yeah.
Like, he completely dominated that DRFS season.
Yeah, completely. I didn't realise till I watched it back that he is there one race he didn't win? I don't think there was.
No, in the whole of season 2, the only race he didn't win was race 2. Lioness, he won that. He won every single other race.
And he's in Tier 1 now. He's just done his first race and he came second.
Yeah.
Like 2 tenths behind Alex by the end of it. So he almost won straight away coming up.
Yeah, and he did his started his first season in Tier 2 there in the Endurance Championship and was third, I think, this week. Or second. He was second, actually, on James beat him, I think.
So yeah, I've happened with some very quick drivers.
Yeah. It's going to be interesting. There's more quick drivers coming as well.
But yeah, he's 0.004 of a second behind Cole at the minute. And he might just about do it this lap.
Only problem with being the lobby host, if I want to leave and change something, I can't. Have we got everybody in now? Seems we're coming up to 15 minutes left of the qualifying. No. We are still missing Blackie and McReida.
Oh, and Mr. Sean just goes full by 0.06 of a second. These are probably just practice laps. Once they get their fresh tyres on and they're under fueled a wee bit more, they'll be going a lot quicker.
Sorry, I'm just messaging, trying to get these two guys in.
Tom might head and see if he can do a good lap. He's got fresh tyres. 2:10 something this time already. Just coming for the Coca-Cola car.
You've got very quiet all of a sudden. Either that or Gran Turismo's got very loud in my ears.
Is it working okay now?
Yeah, that's a bit later.
Dead on. Tom's into the last sector now. He's headed for pole if he finishes this lap strong.
There's some real quality liveries on display. You can tell who painted the Subarus though. That's
Jason?
got Mr. Ricky J written all over him.
Okay.
Bright pink.
Can't miss it.
Two Subarus, 1 and 2 at the minute.
Tom was on a good lap, but he must have messed up the last sector there. It is a stronger Subaru sector, so...
Sean would need to bring out all his tyre saving skills though in the Subaru.
Is it bad on its tyres?
My replacement goes into pole. Good lad.
Oh, there you go. What a lap by Scotty there.
Yeah.
In the McLaren, he's on racing softs. Everyone else, well, a few other drivers are now going on to racing softs. Jules seems to have taken a wee tip that way.
Yeah.
I like the McLaren liveries. Marlboro, but one of them's grey. Tell them apart.
Thanks. I did them.
Well done. The one car I point out.
Although I will admit to it now. I did do 8 liveries in the end.
Yes.
Because
Alright,
I did the first 4 and shared them out to the guys, and they said we can't get them to go on the cars. And I showed them the mung and everything to make sure they passed, his rules for them. And then I took another look at it and went, oh, that's the Group 4 McLaren.
Ah. Wow.
So I had to redo them all over again.
That's incredible.
Yeah. But the best thing is, among with the amount of liveries he does, even for all these, you know, big esports races and all, and he didn't even notice it was a Bronco. There's McReader.
So is that almost everyone?
Yeah, we're just waiting on Blackie now for Team Alpha. When he's cutting it close.
Is that the driver who's in Gadget's team for the Endurance Championship?
Who's that, Blackie?
Yeah. Or am I
No.
getting him mixed up? Alright.
Boobalubo is in Gadget's team, Team Motion Blue.
Right.
He's Rock Boy in the Discord.
On PlayStation.
That's how he had such a good strategy on Thursday and won the race. Gadget drew it up for him.
I seen there was a lobby open of those two having their own one-on-one private practice. So that must have been when that was discovered. Mr. Sean's just gone on pole again.
Oh, yeah. We have Cudio has come in. I don't have Cudio down for lobby 2. Let's see what car he comes out in.
I'll check the Discord and see if there was anyone who was like, oh, I won't make it, oh, I'll take your place, you know. Oh. Yes, Coolio isn't here too.
He is now in tier 2, is he?
Yeah.
Or did I get that wrong, or has it been changed? I probably got it wrong, to be fair, in what we do.
I'm just really confused, but that's nothing new for me, so I'll be okay.
As long as he goes in alpha, I think it's fine.
Yeah. If he's in an alpha, he can stay.
Yeah. Yeah, because going on the list, which Mungino put up, he is not down. Cudio is supposed to be in a BMW in lobby 1. Oh, the joys of running these things.
No, he's in 1. He is in tier 1.
Let me just...
Text him there and see if he can't see tier 1 or something. But don't miss the start of the race. You've got a lot of work today.
The problem is with him and the actual guy can't get in. Because it's the last place.
Last place.
Really wish there was a quicker way to type on these things.
Yeah, I forgot a keyboard, but yeah.
We're not all posh like Kim, who's got 1 keyboard he's using, 3 spare in the house.
But he doesn't give us any. He is quite far away though, so...
Yeah, I was going to say to him I'll pop down, but I don't think Norway classes is a short trip.
No. Just nip down the Oslo here. Back in a minute. It's just not something you hear.
And Cudio's out.
I believe, you can correct me in this, but I believe the tires are ×5 and the fuel is ×3.
Yep, that is correct.
Yes.
I have got them set to that. Don't make me start doubting myself. I keep getting flashbacks to that DRFS race with nothing on. Yes, I have the tires set, and fuel set. We're okay. Were you in that DRFS race where I switched everything on?
I was. It was interesting because Sean was getting confused. He must have thought there was Shield on, but there was a glitch or something because he kept taking off and then coming back to us. And I spoke to him after. Apparently, his shield saving. So
I felt absolutely terrible after it. I really did.
yeah. Oh well, things happen.
Yeah.
The front four drivers are split by less than a tenth of a second. Mr. Sean obviously with the lead a bit. Very close. Both Subarus up there.
Sorry, I'm just trying to see if this last guy is coming or if we're going to put in a reserve because I know Cafe is looking to race.
Did James make an adventure racing livery?
What's that, sir?
Was this the adventure racing livery? Did James make that?
He has somebody in his Discord channel that does all his liveries.
Right, because it looks like, yeah, it looks like something off a racetrack. It's all like,
Yeah, the work he does in Industry, I think his name is really, really good. He's done all his direct liveries for him as well. You know, James, he's a celebrity. He doesn't do these things. People who do it for him.
yeah.
Surprised he even races.
Yeah, just hire someone to do it.
Oh, we've
Like
got
Top
Team
Gear.
McLaren in 1 and 2 for the minute. Also giving each other a tow. We've got
Mr. Tom.
Scotty is taking a tow from Grim, and then Tom is taking a tow from Scotty and the other McLaren.
I think Tom, with his wee donut celebration there, he definitely got a good dose of toe off Scotty,
Yeah.
so he benefited from
But
that.
Tom has just put it firmly on the beach with turn 1.
I think this would mean Sean is second, because he's changing his tyres or car or something at the minute.
Yeah, Tom
So
is also going to change his tyres, so I expect Sean will hop back up. Jules has left the building. He's been having connection issues all week. He actually said the only time he didn't have connection issues was with me on Sunday. Why is Cudio back?
And Blackie's able
Blackie's
to get
in.
in.
Jules won't be able to get back in. I'll message Jules, see if everything's okay.
Kiddo's left. It's all okay.
So Mr. Sean's back to the top after changing his tyres. 2 tenths ahead.
Nope. Tom's still got the fastest lap. He's changing his tyres. So, yeah.
He's actually celebrating in our McLaren group chat at the minute about his time.
Well, Sean's got a full tank of fuel, so I don't know if he'll be able to beat it. Maybe Scotty will. His teammates.
Yeah, it's just been confirmed by Jules before he jumped back in. He got DC'd. So he is still having issues.
Hopefully he makes it for this 2-hour race.
Yeah. Right, so we have everybody, a full house. I can stop taking names off the register like a school teacher.
I'll get the dinner on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's entirely up to you. Three minutes left. better give them a warning because they're probably not paying attention.
We have 13 cars on track. There's one car not yet on track, so...
Yeah. I had the same problem on Sunday in the Sunday League and the Festival of Speed races. People in the pits, no matter how many times I told them, they just stayed in there.
If you started the race and then they lost their qualifying position, they'd hit you. They'd tell you to restart it.
One of them actually asked me after the race why was it reverse grid, because he qualified pole.
Oh, I see.
I was like, it wasn't, but you didn't get out of the pits even though I asked you 4 times.
Okay.
And he was like, oh, sorry.
Don't say sorry to Craig, you say sorry to yourself.
I know.
Yeah, I missed the race on Sunday. Was feeling a bit sick.
Are you in tier 1 now or are you in tier 2?
I'm in tier 1, so I am.
Oh, thank God for that. You and Sean can stay up there.
Yeah.
Although Nightmare has took over for Neon Knights, he destroyed everybody in the Aston Martin on Sunday. So you still have open choice then for...
Yeah, but I think I was going with Aston anyway because I've got changed for it now. I actually did the practice in the Aston in the morning before the race. Didn't do the race, but I was on pace with Sean and was a few tenths faster than Gadget, so I felt like I was going to have a good race at it. But yeah, I just missed the race. So, but I think I'll go with the Aston next race as well. Because people are talking about this McLaren being a bit awkward to handle, and I think the later races, they're longer straights in it. One of them is Fuji, I think, so the McLaren's probably better suited to those tracks.
Yeah, I went out with McLaren, but half of me wishes I went with the Aston, but for that one track we'll write it off to lesson learned.
Yeah. Still to be
going.
3 more races with it though. I guess I could change the McLaren because my whole team Pegasus drives the Aston, so one of us uses the McLaren.
Both in tier 2. They're both in the Aston.
Yeah.
But it's quite funny because all of us in Firestorm have all gone with the F1. So the second half of the season, we are all going to be in the Aston.
Yeah, so it'll be interesting to see how Pegasus and Firestorm compare to each other when the cars change.
Right, we're ready to get going. Get these lot started.
Tom needs to get past Sector 1. And,
is everybody out?
well, Tom needs to get to Sector 1 though, before...
Alright, just give me are you watching him?
Yeah, I'm watching him. He's
Let me know when he goes past, will you please?
going about as slowly as I think he can possibly go, so...
Nice.
You're good.
Skill. So we've got McLaren, Subaru, McLaren, Subaru. Everyone is away nicely. Oh, as I say that, we've got Grim coming barreling down the inside. He has wiped quite a few out that first corner. He's amazed they've got punted. Murkoff now first. He's apologising, so he must have just got it wrong. All gone wrong for a few from the start. Tom going backwards, Sean's gone backwards. Just me in the stream. Something has happened to Jax and Mike, I think. Unfortunately, I can't see what he's looking at. But we've got Sean back up in the lead, and then Jeff Koska is in the second, 7/10 back. He's being followed by Murkoff, Ajax in 4th, Jules in 6th. Hopefully he doesn't DC like he did in quali. Tom dropping back from a good qualifying to 6th. Got caught out in that early mayhem. Nipperdog running well in the Hyundai in 7th, followed by the other McLaren of Scotty.
Testing.
Hello.
Hello.
Welcome back.
Welcome back. Alright, I'm welcome back, yes, because I went a bit missing there. I was talking away there, but yeah, I was wondering why you weren't saying anything.
It just went very quiet, and I thought, I think something's happened. I'm gonna end up talking over him here in a second. So I frantically messaged you on everything I could find.
Okay. That was about 4 minutes ago.
Yeah. There we
No,
are.
I've changed headsets, so apologies if I sound a wee bit different. My screen
Yeah.
on the timing on the right has also started glitching, which is also different. But yeah, welcome
No,
back.
mine's running okay.
Welcome back to stream, everyone. I'll try and update you
Yeah.
on what I've not covered.
You actually sound a lot louder now, so
That's good. So yeah,
it's an improvement.
see the other ones I was using, PlayStation headset, I don't know, probably cost me about 60 quid or something, and then this is just a headphone that I got with like a cheap phone that was like 40 quid.
Yeah.
So these are
Well,
probably worth
my-
about £2.
I actually have a PlayStation headset sitting behind me, which is held together by tape, and it sounds awful.
Yeah.
So I went out and got a set of, well, they're going to get a free plug here, but Logitech, the G Pro. I got the G Pro Axis, but the G Pros are just as good. And the
Sorry, we
best
probably...
headset I've had so far.
Yeah, sounds great. Much better than the Sony one, which I presume would be good, but isn't.
Although my ears get very hot.
That's not good.
No. They're that tight of a fit, I can't hear anything, but my ears get warm inside.
So
But
yeah.
anyway, less about my ears and more about the race at hand.
The battle for
So,
7th place between
Yeah.
the two McLarens that we thought were going to be quick with qualifying, but aren't really that quick with the incidents they've had so far.
yeah, I think Tom got caught up in that turn 1 incident where our driver's room regular seemed to come barreling through at a rate of knots and skittled everybody.
It's one of
Pretty
those
sure he
moments. Yeah.
Going for a strike and he got it. But knowing Grim, he didn't mean it. He's a decent, fair driver. He probably just completely missed his breaking point.
I had a similar incident on Saturday's silly sprints in the Red Bull race where I came into
Yeah.
the braking zone. I was trying to brake someone and I realised I've braked way too late for this corner. So I was just like, right, let's find a hole between these 10 cars in front of me where I don't murder anyone, and then I hit you in the back a wee bit, but I don't know if you noticed.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that was me.
But to be fair, their title is Silly Races or Silly Sprints, and it was mayhem
Yeah.
for what we normally run. So I didn't mind it. It's all good fun. Got,
Yes.
Sean is leaving in the front.
He's starting to check out.
Yeah, he said fastest lap of 1:35.3 on the last lap, and I'm watching the time delta just increase between him and Jeff Kuska.
Yeah, it's 3 seconds within 6 laps. That's quite a lot, considering that Sean wasn't in front of him until maybe the 3rd lap. He's
Yeah,
actually
he's
going
going
quicker. Yeah.
But I don't know how his tyres are gonna like it unless he's just going for quick, fast stints. But I think one of the McLaren guys was saying it's about 20 odd seconds the pit loss on this track.
That's quite significant. You've got a long straight where the pit lane is, so you're having to slow down a lot and take a lot of time to get speeding up again, so...
Yeah. I'll just double check and see what he said. If I can find it.
So Sean's done a 1:35. Do you know what the fastest lap round here is?
I don't actually.
That would be Felipe Massa. He did a 1:18 back in 2008.
What car was he?
The Ferrari.
Oh, so he was in the Formula 1 car.
Yeah.
I don't quite think Sean in his Impreza is going to match that today. Even though he's trying, I don't think he's going to get that far.
Yeah. Yeah,
just
probably should
just
have looked up.
checking there. It's about 20 seconds, they reckon, for a pit stop.
which is about the time difference between Massa's lap and Sean's last lap.
Yeah, so Felipe Massa will be fine going around, having a pit,
Yeah.
cup of tea, and back egg before Sean got past him.
Yep. We're just doing that in case anyone's getting too depressed with Sean's speed here, as he's 4 seconds ahead of anyone else.
He has that effect on people.
Yeah. We've got Murkoff, and he's started closing up to second place now. Oh, he's going for a move.
I just flicked to that, and Ajax is trying to get involved in that as well.
Hopefully, if Sweeten...
Murkoff's through on the inside, but he's gonna get passed back on this straight. I know the Viper has a lot of power, but the slipstream should let the Merc back past, the BMW even, not Merc.
Both cars are fast in the straights. I think he's maybe fuel saving if he's not looking.
I was just about to say, because he's pretty. Oh, he's just outbraked himself. And
and a second punt for good measure. Murkoff's.
That was a good idea, just tucking in up behind and saving fuel, but you need to watch your braking.
I imagine Sean's probably saving a bit of fuel up ahead.
Yeah, he's generally very good on fuel. He's just above half a tank.
See, Murkoff's out of these cars here in the American flag, you know, just to remind everyone that Dodge is really American.
America!
Yeah. It's using up all the fuel, surprise, surprise, so he might fall back after the pit stops from these two.
It's a thirsty Yank tank.
As I say.
Between the top three, the Peugeot is saving the best fuel. It's got slightly a bit more than Sean has currently got.
His tyres are a bit more worn than Sean's.
Yeah.
But he's in second place, and he's just gotten into second place. In that battling, they lost a second to Sean, so...
Yeah. With a race like this, you want to settle down with a group, really, and as long as they've got enough steady pace, just crack on. There's no point passing, repassing, fighting that this group is still doing into the first corner. You're just going to lose time hand over fist, especially off somebody out the front who's got nobody to worry him at all. And the two alphas behind, if you look there, 5th and 6th, Jules and Blackie running nose to tail. Got decent fuel, half decent tyres. You know, they're working together as a team. Nobody else has got the memo. Although, as I say that, I think Blackie just punted Jules.
I've seen that on the upper angle.
I seem to have this effect on people when I talk about them when they're racing. They ever go off or do something silly.
Yeah.
So I'm going to talk about everybody except the McLaren boys.
There's Blackie, who's now got in the place because Jules ran a bit wide himself. Patience, you know, it's rewarded sometimes. Just gotta sit behind and wait for the other driver to make a mistake.
Yeah, Jules is a lot slower on his tyres than Blackie as well, so you'll get a chance to sit in the slipstream now or the other Alpha.
It's quite interesting. Ajax has lost half a second to Sean, but at the start of the straight it was a full second, so that Peugeot's pretty fast in the straights.
Yeah, but there's one main reason why that Peugeot is in here, and because the creator of this 2-hour race idea is running it in DREC this season.
So
I think he wanted some practice.
Did he get the car he wanted? Was he one of the team members?
He was the only one actually who asked for Peugeot and got it. All the 3 other drivers in that team got it by
left
default.
with it, kinda. Yeah.
But I'm sure Ajax is happy with it at the moment, running in second.
Yeah.
I would be.
Yeah. Mordan. Doing, it looks good too, delivery, the GoDaddy livery.
Yeah, well,
Paying
that's another
homage in, you know, to Japan Fuji's NASCAR history. There's a wee link there, maybe.
I don't know, Mung did that, so I don't know where he got the inspiration from.
He always does very good liveries.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he just has a wall of pictures on and he just goes, that's going to be the one today.
Yeah. It's nice 6 seconds. The gap.
Sean is just... That Subaru is actually doing a lot better on his tyres than I thought it would.
We've got P2 and P3 coming into the pits, so maybe an undercut might work for them. Get a bit more tyre pace, might catch up a bit in Sean if he stays out too long.
They're all taking fuel on. Scotty and the McLaren's in as well. Big Shadow in the Hyundai's coming. Ajax come out in 7th. And Murkoff come out in 10th in the Viper.
Just looking for the top 5 now that we've had a few pitting. Some of their tyres look really badly degraded. It's Blackie in his Alpha and Elvis and Jules in his Alpha looks like he needs to pit yesterday. So
yeah, it's surprising because the Alpha's pretty good in his tyres even after the update.
Yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
the Alpha isn't bad on the tyre wear, but unless last time I drove it was before the physics update, so perhaps they've changed that. Two BMWs running nose to tail now. Jeff McCuster's actually gone on to medium tyres, but he's only got half a tank of fuel.
His teammates with fresh tyres just behind him.
Yeah, that's the one. The one behind him. There, that's the one I'm talking about.
Okay,
Jeff
sorry.
Custer.
I just caught up with you. I was running free. I'm like, oh crap, the two BMWs beside each other.
I'm not. I'm confused of why he's jumped to the mediums with half a tank of fuel. If you're going to go for a longer run, you'd fill her up. But if you're trying to do a run on low fuel, take the softer tyres. They're going to take less punishment but less weight in the car. But he must have a plan.
I'm amazed Jules is staying out. He doesn't. He's lost 2 positions in turn 1 there to the BMWs.
He can't turn left anymore. That front left is 70% one, and the rear about 60%.
He could end up holding up Ajax here. I feel like he is holding him up a wee bit.
Yeah, Ajax is through their first opportunity. Just the grip difference is unreal.
Like night and day.
Yeah, Jules on extremely warm softs and Ajax on brand new supers. And Murkoff is fallen quite a way back now after his stop back in the 8th.
Oh, okay, I thought something was about to spin off there. Elvis has low tyres, he should probably pit now, he almost had a moment there. This all sort of promotes Jev Kusker up to 3rd place, so he's obviously jumped Ajax in this series of pit stops.
Yeah.
So...
I actually thought he was heading in again, but he's just trying to steal the slipstream.
We've got Sean in the pits, we'll see as he comes out.
Has, got the undercut on Sean so far. Yeah, just out ahead of him.
And Ajax's in 2nd, Sean's 3rd now.
Yeah.
Looks like the undercut's quite strong. Maybe Sean might have to adapt his strategy.
He's pretty good at doing that as well, so he'll, just looking at his times.
Yeah.
From lap 4 to lap 8, 1:35, and then 1:36 for 2 laps, then 1:37. He's very consistent, I'll give him that.
consistent in qualifying as well. You always seem slightly improving each lap. The other drivers will have taken a few laps break.
Yeah. Only thing in my driving is consistent is I'll go off the track. Even that's not consistent because I was in different places.
Yeah. Well, at least you got the corner where you crashed off one lap, and you know it's just the next one.
Yeah.
Some improvements here and there, like.
It's all good fun.
Yeah. We seem to have a big gargle of cars in 7th place.
Yeah.
All just coming out of the pits, so they'll be sorting themselves out over this next long stint. Is there 13?
I was just looking, Murkoff's back up to 4th now after those pits in front of him. He was down in 8th after his pit stop.
But he got the jump. We've got Ajax closing in, trying to go for the lead.
That could help Sean if they start squabbling in front of him.
Both of them are coming up to the Coca-Cola corner, as it's called. I don't know why it's called that.
You've probably done your homework.
Haven't I? This is apparently 100R. I don't know if it's got anything to do with Suzuka. And then they have a 300R, which is the next corner they're coming up to now. I think Japanese track designers, like, I don't know, they like talking about the radius of corners and having that as the name, but I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. I just they're going round the next right. And now Ajax is going round the next left.
These corners aren't named.
Names.
That's the Gazoo Racing Toyota corner.
Oh. A nice little mouthful to say fastest people to enter.
Yeah, I don't know what it's like in Japanese. Must be much worse. You can hardly hear a commentator trying to keep up with it very quickly and then saying that.
It's probably one word in Japanese.
Yeah. It's a good point. This layout of Fuji is it was a Tilka design.
Okay.
So, yeah.
I love the difference between Fuji short and Fuji long.
There's no difference, like.
Yeah. Just instead of turning a 90-degree right, you turn back on yourself and then go left.
Yeah.
Fuji long is 30 centimeters longer than Fuji short. Although, to be fair, every time I run the long one, I always forget about it and go straight off the track.
No, there's a few different layouts that confuse me too. I was driving around the Nürburgring and sort of messy about races the other day, and they have a 24-hour version and a normal version. We did the normal version first, and we did the 24-hour version. And when you turn into the last corner, there wasn't a corner because you drive straight onto Main Street, but I turned into the last corner. I just drove into the wall. I was like, what's wrong with me? Like, I think I was battling for the lead of the race too. It's just like,
oh, disaster.
Yeah. But the thing was, someone followed me. So yeah, I wasn't the only one. We shouldn't have done them.
Not too bad.
Yeah, we shouldn't have done them back to back.
No, not advisable really.
I think we've got that race coming up in the Drivers' Room Endurance Championships then.
I think it's round 7, I think, is the M24 layout.
Not sure if I'm looking forward to that or not.
No, I'm definitely not. I hate everything about the Nürburgring. Doesn't matter what layout it is, I don't like it.
Yeah, it's a track you need to get used to.
Yeah, it's one you have to spend time on.
You have to break it down into its wee sectors and be like, right, that's what I do there, and that's what I do there.
Yeah.
So we've got Ajax in the lead. I haven't been... Has he always been in the lead? Because I feel like Jev was in the lead. So I feel like I
Jeff
missed
was
something.
in the lead, yeah.
Yeah,
Jeff
okay.
was in the lead, and Ajax got ahead of him when he set that fastest lap of 1:34.5. He actually set the fastest lap while overtaking him.
Nice. Looks like he's
Good.
in good shape of maybe getting the win today then.
Yeah, Sean's still not too far away. He's
Did it 1:32, Sean? When did he do that? Alright, I know when he did that.
That would have been his pit exit, yeah.
It's so weird whenever your pit exit time's faster and you're like...
Yeah, it's because there's the way that this game doesn't start actually recording your time until you make it on track.
Yeah.
Which is really stupid. Now we've had some people actually...
Decide to go into the pits.
Tom Nixon is struggling now in the McLaren. He's way down in 13th. He actually had a 1:41 last lap. He must have had big problems.
He had great speed in qualifying.
Yeah, he was on front. He was in first, was he not? I think, if I remember rightly. One of them was, anyway.
Yeah, he was in first, and then it was his teammate in third after qualifying, but he's in fifth, I believe.
So Nibadog just pitted. That's both Hyundai's down the back end now as well.
Marcos chilling out in fourth place.
Yeah, don't count out Murkoff as one. I'm definitely not going to discount. Yeah, he's in the big Yank tank, but he got third in the last one against the likes of James from Adventure Racing and that. And towards the later stages of the race, he really started to climb up slowly without anyone realizing. So he's a sneaky devil, Murkoff. He can get up there more than good enough. So I would just keep an eye on him.
Yeah, he's got good pace. He just about got into the top tier of the Sunday races. Last season he finished just 1 point ahead of Jules. Murkoff was behind going into the last race, and I think even Mercer writ him off that he wasn't going to win, but he overtook Jules and he got into tier 1.
Yeah, I think it was last season or season 1, I can't remember, where he had this incident with his finger.
I haven't heard about this.
Yeah, he missed a few races. I think he had an accident at work that actually took the top of one of his fingers off.
Wow, that's bad.
So he couldn't actually shift on the wheel setup, so he did miss a while. It took him a little bit to get back up and running, but he's definitely back up to speed now.
Probably going to be getting faster and faster.
Yeah. He is dropping back from Jeff Kuska, but...
well, that is Jeff Kuska now, because Sean's just gotten ahead of him last couple of laps. He's closed time-wise to Ajax as well, so an interesting ebb and flow.
Ajax's tyres don't look too bad. Left-hand side is getting more of a battering than the right, but just watching him run through the revs, and he's still revving the car out, so he's not fuel saving unless he's took the fuel mixture down. See Jeff Kuska diving into the pits.
Yeah.
Oh, he was about to run out of fuel, that's why.
The medium tyres, the interesting strategy he pointed out. So I think he went about 8 laps in that stint, and the stint before he went 11 laps on softer tyres, so definitely...
That's what confused me when he came out of the pits. You know, he was on low fuel but on the harder tyre.
Yeah.
Unless that BMW is very sore on the softer compounds, I'm not too sure, but his teammates on the softer compound, and they don't look too bad.
I was really confused because he came out in the lead after the pit stops, and I was like, oh, that's dead on, like, you know, but yeah. Looks like these two up front will be going on for a little while longer.
Yeah. Sean's definitely gaining on Ajax, 1.5 seconds now.
I feel like Sean's going to have an extra pit stop at some stage over Ajax, but Ajax seems like he's going, you know, more pace strategy, so...
Yeah.
but I do think at some point Sean's going to end up a pit stop ahead of Ajax, so there's a wee difference in strategy for the lead, but I think Sean's going to get it.
Yeah, I would probably agree with you with Sean. He's just, I think, too good on the tyres and fuel, as we've seen in the Sunday League. This is perfect race for him, really. Just got down to a second there down the start-finish rate. It's actually under a second. I think Ajax's time in the lead is going to be up shortly.
Yeah, that straight he gained so much time, and now he's got like super slipstream.
Yeah,
because it's really close.
And they're still just pulling away from Murkoff. Murkoff was 8 seconds behind them, but he's now just over 10. Although Murkoff's left tyres, as he struggles through the quick second corner, the left-hander, he just couldn't get the car turned in. His left-hand tyres aren't looking too hot at the minute. Although he does have his wiper going. So he wants to keep his windscreen clean at least. Tell you somebody who I haven't noticed until now has snuck back up is Scotty74 in the McLaren. He's up into 4th and going pretty well at the moment.
Yeah, because he had obviously had good pace, and he had a few incidents which he's recovered from. Yeah. Now getting up into the fight near the front again. His tyres look just as bad as Ajax, who's in the lead. He's just gone into the pits and he hits the wall, gives it a good whack.
Murkoff going because he's looking bad on fuel. Yeah, Murkoff is in as well.
You could almost afford to keep his tyres. Nah, he needs new tyres. He was very good on his tyre wear there though, but he pitted, so it didn't really get to use it that much.
Yeah. The one person who's definitely going to make up for all this is Sean in the lead. He still has over a quarter of a tank of fuel and his tyres are very good. So he could stretch out a few laps from this. This could be where he makes his move.
Ajax is going to have to overtake McCreeder,
yeah.
McCreeder. He's going to have to overtake him, so that will hold him up a wee bit, because McCreeder's got full tank of fuel enough, and he's got tyres enough to keep battling with him for a wee bit.
Yeah.
That might be a difference.
This could really make or break how easy Sean's race is. If he can stretch out a few more seconds, although I heard you say oot, so I flipped back.
Yeah, he got past him.
Like he's not going to get the opportunity.
That was
Ajax has dived through.
It was Dunlop corner. He did that overtake, and that's the one at the end of the long right, long straight break. Describing things. That one. See what's going on a bit further down. Scotty is now 10th. He's just pitted though, so that's why.
Yeah, I think he's going to be in good stead for a decent position.
Tom just went for a wee spin. I feel like Tom's got very good pace, but he must have had quite a few spins and incidents, as you've noted, so it's consistency.
Yeah, he definitely got caught up in that early incidents, and the front of the car looks like it's visited a few things. The white's not as white as it was at the start of the race, so you're probably right, he's just struggling with a bit of inconsistency. Just looking at his times, they do jump about a little bit, but still a long way to go for him. Still an hour and 24 minutes.
We've got Nipper Dog going down the inside of Murkoff. Murkoff's just come out of the pits. Oh, a wee bit of... wee bit of robust defence. Yeah.
Maybe they just like each other's liveries and they're trying to swap.
Yeah, mesh them together.
But it wasn't, Murkoff's got a great drive back past Nipper Dog.
Nipper Dog will try and cut back, but it'll be in the slipstream.
Yeah. It just depends on how much of the slipstream ahead Murkoff is getting is going to affect Nipper Dog.
Elvis just went in the pits. I seen someone go in the pits there, and it's like, who was that?
Elvis has left the racetrack.
Sean is staying out. Still staying out.
Actually losing time to them now, though. When I last was with him, he was 16 to 17 seconds ahead. He's now 15.6. I'm falling.
Yeah, like Ajax on his best lap. Sean's about a second down from his best lap.
Yeah, he really could do with getting in before he loses too much time.
It would be great to see a Peugeot win this, wouldn't it?
The underdog, it would actually. Nobody wanted the car, apart from one man. And the guy who's in second didn't want it, but he got it. So if he wins in it, it would be good. Because then we can take it away and go, well, you didn't want the car, so you can't win. BMWs are looking very strong as well in third and fourth.
Yeah, they've been consistently up there.
Their times are very consistent as well. If they can keep this up working together, they're going to have a really strong finish for Team BMW.
Oh, look at 7th place, free wide.
Oh my word.
This could end in disaster. Oh,
Nipper Dog just caught the back of Murkoff and sent him a little bit wide.
Sorry, I
just let the rear end of the McLaren up.
I thought he was going to hit the car beside him, but not quite. They all got free okay.
It was nearly a disaster in the end. It was just a little bit of booty tapping, I think. Scotty got a great run through that long right-hander. He just slid underneath Jules as if Jules wasn't even there. Oh, because Jules has no tyres left again. And he's about to run out of fuel.
Still battling away. Well,
yeah, he's really making this difficult on himself.
I mean, his tyres look so bad. Has he come into pits once yet? I don't know.
Yeah, and in fact, I watched him come in. I would question it.
Yeah. Sean's in the pits. Yeah, I'll promote Ajax in the first, surely.
It's gonna be close, but Sean's still not moving.
I might even lose a place to BMW in second. It's coming free.
Jules has got disconnected.
Oh, it's such a shame. I was interested.
Maybe the tyre manufacturer has kicked him out.
Yeah. Pirelli says no.
Sean actually did. He lost the place to Jeff Kosker as well, so he's back down into third, but he's closer than he was last time around in the pit stops.
All three of them have completely different amounts of fuels and tyres, so it's impossible to see where they'll level out.
They're definitely running complete different strategies, but the one I'm still confused by, but I'm impressed by, is Jeff Kosker.
Yes, because
I'm still confused of why he's on the harder tyres with the lower fuel, but I'm impressed and he's keeping the car where it is on those harder tyres with everyone around him on the softer.
Yeah. I don't know, maybe he knows something we don't.
Probably. I don't know a lot, to be honest. I only do half decent and half an hour sprint races because I don't have to think about things like that.
Yeah, same.
I'll pit at 15 minutes and that's grand.
Yeah. If it's like a 2-stop race, I'm not doing it.
Yeah. If I have to think more than once, then no. Jules is definitely disconnected. He's not happy.
It's a service provider for his internet will be hearing about this, I'm sure.
Yeah, his PlayStation network could not be reached, so... And I think when he told me the other day, he's actually paying quite a pretty penny for extremely good broadband. And he's had nothing but issues this week.
That's crazy.
Sometimes the big dough isn't worth it. Sean
Does he live like in the country?
Passing McCusker. I'm not sure where he lives from. He's in a
city or not. Aye. Sean's overtaken Cusker.
Yeah, he just got past him.
Murkoff and Scotty are still nose to tail. Similar strategies. It's not like they've been nose to tail the whole race, it's just they've come together like that.
Yeah. Obviously I'm rooting for Scotty to beat Murkoff. Seems he's driving the car I was meant to be driving.
Yep, with its beautiful livery.
Yeah.
Best livery in Gran Turismo.
He's 74 and I'm 47, so you know, it fitted okay.
Ah, I see. Yeah, I seen the 74 in the top. I was like, is that a 14? No, it's not. Good. No one's taking the number. I seen.
You're trying to say that Daz's decals aren't clear enough.
I couldn't say anything like that. But Blackies or numbers are black.
Yeah, I do actually have black versions of the numbers as well.
Alright, can we use those?
If you request, Daz will do.
Ah.
The black ones are so you can change them to whatever colour you want.
Ah. So you can have any colour.
When we drove the Zonderars, I had my numbers in the orange of the rest of the livery.
To match, yes. I like that, because sometimes red just doesn't go.
No. But if you ask Daz, I'm sure he'll do it for you. He knocked up that 74 for me this afternoon.
Yeah, he did a good job.
Yeah.
I mean, that 7 is pretty obvious.
Yeah. The amount of decals he has to do, I do feel sorry for the lad.
I think I've seen some of the libraries, there's like over 500.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get him to just say that most of the time, just send me the decal and I'll try and upload it myself. As Costco's in, he was short of fuel.
On his alternate strategy.
Yeah, we're gonna have Ajax is probably gonna be another 2 laps on that fuel. So it's still working out good for Sean at the minute. He'll be back in the lead after a couple of laps from the pits.
He's gaining on him. It's about a second he's cut out from this lap so far. The tyres are sort of converging again.
Yeah.
Mr. Sean has opted to change from the soft tyre to the super soft tyre, so he's decided that this strategy is going long before it might not work as well as he might have thought. Either that or he's just saving so much tyres that he's like, you know what, I'll just put it in softs.
Yeah. Sometimes dragging the stint side is worse than actually going for another stop on the softer tyre.
Yeah.
You spend that much time trying to save the tyres or save the fuel, you may as well just go quicker on the softer version.
Murkoff might lose P3 here. Scotty's been behind him for a few laps now, and he's got the slipstream coming up to the straights, but he might just sit in behind and save fuel like we've seen other drivers doing.
Yeah.
P3 for either of those. Yeah. Murkoff did get P3 in the last race, but he'd be thrilled if he got a second podium.
Yeah, he definitely will. Although Scotty isn't interested in fuel saving. He was revving the car right out and was looking to go past there in the turn 1.
Both these drivers have the fresh car of Jev Kusker behind them. He will be looking to get past them over the next few laps as well.
Yeah, and he's now on the soft tyres.
Oh, right.
He's got rid of the mediums. He's listening in.
Yeah. Down with mediums.
Yeah. Oh, he is flashing as well. He really wants to get past these guys. Unless he's on a pad, of course. But
he knows he, yeah, I suppose his steering inputs look a bit smooth though, so
yeah.
I think he's trying to send the message. By giving them slipstream though, it's enabling them to maybe set the fastest lap this time around.
Yeah, so if they're doing that, then I wouldn't be in a massive rush to force my way past. Because they're obviously moving on quick enough to not hold him up too much.
Very close together now though.
They're bunching right up.
Just as you say that.
Yeah, just everything I say, just the opposite happens.
There's 2 seconds gap between the front two at the minute while this is going on, so they'll be coming together maybe a lap or two.
I've just flicked through to Ajax and he will be in at the end of this lap. His fuel is
flashing,
getting to critical. Luckily Murkoff has ghosted because Kusker just went through him.
It's always sticky those situations when you're getting a penalty down and you know you're going to ghost, and then yeah, I hate it.
But whenever I go to do it, they unghost and I go flying off the other side of the track.
Yeah, it's like a glitch moment.
Yeah, okay. That actually worked out perfect for Kusker. He slid through Murkoff, which gave him the inside of Scotty in turn 1, so he jumped the two of them in one corner.
So he's not going to lose hardly any time with that.
Yeah.
Still 2 seconds, as we think Ajax is going to come into pits now.
Yeah. There's no way he couldn't get round on that low fuel for another lap.
I've tried it.
There. He's diving in. Sean's actually... No, I thought he was following him. He was just trying to steal the last bit of slipstream.
Yeah, Sean won't be in for another 10 laps, I imagine.
Yeah, I was just wondering whether he thought that Ajax was his biggest rival, so he was trying to match him blow for blow. And this could be interesting, actually. I just seen in the distance, let me just flick down to last place. Sean is catching Revs in the other Peugeot, who's in last place.
Alright, I see.
If they're in team chat, there could be some interesting times ahead.
Yes. Yes.
And Murkoff has just jumped in the pits. He's coming out in 9th. 8th, sorry. Just ahead of Nibbledog.
Jev is right behind Ajax now. Like, right behind him. I'm just like, this has happened really quickly. So
well,
Ajax has
just been in the pits. He's just come out, so...
Ah, yes. Thanks for...
And Kusker nailed that last lap as well with 1:34.3.
Yeah, and overtook 2 people, I believe.
So everything is lighting up for the BMW at the moment.
Both these cars are slightly gaining on Mr. Sean as well.
Yeah, Sean never seems to be able to take advantage of running longer.
He can do it very, very well though, but yeah.
Yeah. he's not being able to take advantage at the minute because he's just every time he gets out, it's just slowly crawling back.
Had a better last corner than Ajax did. If these two start battling, though, they will hold each other up.
Yeah, that's what Scotty dives in the McLaren, so that releases the other BMW behind him. But that'll be the saving grace for Sean. If he can stay out and they start battling, he can stretch that out as much as he can. Even if he doesn't get back into the lead, if he can just be in second rather than third and close to first, it will be a massive jump forward for his strategy.
He's got good speed, so he's capable of getting up the order. Oh, as we have Nipperdog just being turned there by, I think it was Murkoff. Murkoff waited till he got back on track. Obviously felt he was at fault for that one.
Yeah, it's good to see it happening though, Murkoff slowing down. If we were in the dailies, that would have been 2 fingers out the window and down the road.
Yeah.
That's why a lot of our guys don't even bother with the public lobbies anymore. That's why we've got so many people in now. It's ridiculous the past couple of weeks.
Yeah, the expansion. Everything's now 3 tiers. We're struggling to just about get to. We're like, should we do tier 1? And then now 3.
It's a good problem to have though.
Yeah.
Hopefully things like this show people what our racing is like, and we can go to 4 or 5 tiers. And I can fall all the way to the bottom of them. Let's see, Murkoff is right behind Nipperdog. Can't get past that Hyundai though without the help of the slipstream.
He's going to try and get up the inside.
Oh, like, this has got disaster written all over it.
Wow, what oh, they're still at it. Murkoff's not going to let him back with that one. He did last lap, but yeah, I think Murkoff's happy with that overtake. Although Nipperdog's flashing.
Nipperdog is, to be honest now, if I do hope Nipperdog watches this back, or even if he can hear the Murkoff was half a car up the inside of him, past, and Nipperdog turned into him. So the light flashing isn't really necessary there. It's more Nipperdog's fault for turning into him.
I can sort of get, because it's kind of like a situation. Do you remember in Hungary when Michael Schumacher was like running Barrichello into a wall? Where it's like that, where one of them is actually off the circuit, because he was actually off the circuits. But yeah, like he's off the circuit because he wasn't allowed on the inside at all.
Yeah. You know, Murkoff did take the inside line there. He made sure he got the inside line, but he didn't. He didn't hit him out of the way to get it.
No.
And he was on the track as they approached the corner and made the apex. So sometimes you have to just back out and give the space. You should give, well, in my view, you should give the space in every corner. Doesn't matter where you're battling, because you know, all right, the Nipperdog has now gone into the pits, but he also lost the place to Nissan Elvis.
So he's coming out of the pits.
He dropped way back. So don't fight, just give the space, back off, and go for the next corner.
It is a good point, because I didn't even realise Nipperdog was pitting so soon. Murkoff has just recently come out of the pits, so
yeah,
it makes that battling seem even more crazy. But it's good to watch. He's come out just ahead of his teammate. Maybe just behind his teammate.
We did Sinqua, can't remember which layout it was.
I hate that place.
Race.
I hate that place. I hate that place.
Well.
I know.
And Boss was in the Ferrari, and he was catching me, and he was catching fast. and I knew he would be better on his tyres than me, so I made the decision I'm not going to fight him because it's going to slow me down, slow him down, so I just let him pass, which paid off because I stayed in front of the people behind him. You just got to pick your battles sometimes, and people don't. And as I was waffling on, talking rubbish, Jev Kuska has come into the pits. I'm back out again with a fresh set of softs. Sean's holding the gap now at 12.5 seconds. Back to Ajax.
Can you hear me now? Yeah. I think the issue might block my card.
Oh.
So I'm going to send the money to you and use your card and the code isn't.
Okay.
You got Scotty working his way up slowly. He's now up to 6 after his pit stop. I think he falls down too far during the pit though to trouble the front 3.
Still doing well to climb back up after his incidents.
Yeah. I think he just, because
Sean.
of his instance now, he falls back too far once he's in the pit. He's going to have a top 5 finish, I think, the way it's panning out, but he's not going to be able to get the front.
As Ajax takes the lead.
Sean is in.
I don't know which way. I don't know which way these two are going to work out. Like, because yeah, like
No.
I'm lost. I don't know which one's going to do it. So
Sean
Sean's
is out now. He's actually out in front of McCusker. So he's actually gained a place on this pit stop. He was normally coming out in 3rd. He's now come out in 2nd, 2 seconds ahead of Macredo, who has to pit soon.
and no overtaking needed for Sean. So
Sean's actually done well this time around. He's it could be coming to him, this strategy.
he's got 9 seconds to see if he can close up while he's got these tyres on, and he probably will do that if the rest of the race has been sort of similar, you know?
Yeah. Let's say we're into an hour now, and he's jumped Jev Kuska in the pits, so sometimes the battles aren't the ones you're actually watching at the time. He's set up nicely for the rest of this race now. It could be down just to Ajax and Sean.
2 tenths. Yeah, he's definitely getting on him. We'll see how quickly this gap comes down. Kusker drifting through the last 2 corners in this BMW.
He's actually, he must be having issues because he's ghosted out.
Hazard's going.
I hope he's not having any controller issues or wheel issues, as that will take away from this battle.
His teammates just pitted. We've got potentially Scotty and Blackie could be looking at a top 3 finish here.
Yeah, this Blackie is really pushing this car on this lap now.
So that means because he's going to have to pit, and he's going to have to pit at the end of this lap. The tyres are done. They're dead.
If he gets there, Scotty needs to get past him now.
Yeah, which I think he's trying to.
Yeah, he was a bit close through that fast left-hander, and the same with Jules was having with his Alpha. He just couldn't turn through that section when he got this far, and he just caught Scotty out, which would put him back.
Ajax just lapping his teammate there, as Scotty does go for the move in the Dunlop.
Ooh, I tensed up and everything then.
Because you know his tyres are like ice. You know he's like, he can't be. If he hit his car, he'd just he'd be gone.
Game over. But Jev Kuska is back up and running.
Oh, so
looks like maybe he did just have maybe wheel issues or pad issues, whatever he's using.
So I think
Looks like the wheel.
it'll be possibly an interesting battle between Cusker, who was in third, and Scotty as he tries to make his recovery. Both drivers
Yeah,
recovering. He's not going into pits.
I know, I was like, what is he doing? Like, this is all unraveling for him.
Yeah.
Because that's quite a disaster for Kuska. He's got jumped by Sean through them pit stops, and essentially he's got jumped by Scotty now. Although Scotty will be stopping before him. There's my fan club in the background there. Although he's pushing there, Kuska, he just went purple for sector 1.
Sorry if I missed anything. I was away for a wee minute there.
Yeah,
Don't know if you noticed. Just in case you said something and I didn't answer.
No, just Kuska is a man on a mission right now, ragging the BMW to the edge of its life. He's gone purple for all the sectors so far, although he just run extremely wide and off the track, but he is not happy at the minute behind that wheel. Hopefully it doesn't mean he's going to get too aggressive. He's only 0.03 of a second down on his fastest time.
I think Scotty's got the message. Looks like he's trying to speed up a bit. They're both going very quickly.
Yeah.
He's gone purple again, Kusker.
The only problem I can foresee is if he is driving on emotion and could throw his strategy right out the window. Use up his tyres and fuel maybe faster than he was.
He's got.
Scotty is holding him. Around about that 1.5 second gap. Just dropped down slightly.
Scotty has more fuel but worse tyres than Kusker.
That McLaren just didn't want to turn in right then at all. Kuska squirming about all over the place trying to get the power down in that BMW. So we're into the final hour.
Yeah. First hour.
Flies when you're having fun.
With cars. Yeah.
Yeah. We've only had one disconnect.
Only one? Wow.
Which is good for Gran Turismo.
I think we've got more drivers so far than what we started with in the last race. Because we only started with like 12 drivers in the last race. Somehow.
Well, it was looking sketchy for a while. Our last driver joined with 6 minutes to go in qualifying, I think it was.
It was Rockboy. He's... Was it? Where is he?
No, Rockboy's not in this.
Alright, I'm so confused.
But you're watching the same race. You're watching a highlight video.
Alright, this is Spa, sorry. Speed GM on now. We have, so...
Ajax will be pitting shortly. He's going to push one more lap, is he?
Yeah, I mean, last few laps, Sean has gained a lot of time on him. Like 3 seconds, maybe that last lap. It was 8 seconds for a good long while, but like, yeah, he's definitely over the cliff of his tyre grip.
Yeah, and I know he's getting the slipstream there from the Hyundai in front, but he's obviously going to lap him as he passes him there now. But pushing that Peugeot right to dry on the fuel. It's going to be another second or two in the pits waiting for it to be refilled.
Oh, late lunge. No, I thought second thoughts about it. Yeah.
Is that Kuska on Scotty? Is Murkoff's in the pit again?
Yeah, they're going to battle it out for a few laps.
To be fair, which is impressive for Scotty because he only got the call to jump in that car, what, 2 hours, 3 hours probably before this race? Whereas everybody else has known since last week.
And was able to practice as well, so I didn't actually know that. That's
yeah, he's obviously in to replace me because I've been lazy and come to talk with you rather than drive.
That's okay. That's okay. Keep me company.
But yeah, not having much practice, he's doing pretty well in that car.
Ajax comes into the pits now, so Sean's promoted into the lead.
Yeah, Sean is already past him.
I mean, if we go off the hour mark and say, right, this is what it's going to be in an hour, then that means Ajax would have won it by like 5 seconds, you know. So yeah. But they've both got different amounts of fuel, so it's hard to tell.
Sean's just under half a tank. Scotty goes in. It's going to release Kuska. Kuska's still 9 seconds behind Ajax and is probably going to be pitting in the next 2 to 3 laps with his fuel. He's really lost out from where he ghosted the...
Scotty's going to come out in 6th.
Nissan Elvis going well in the other Subaru. He's up in 5th. But the strongest team in so far is surprisingly somebody we didn't mention until quite a bit through the race, is the 2 BMWs.
Probably the best team points, yeah. I mean, they've gone up and down. They've been up at the front and they've been a bit further down the pack, but they always seem to be sort of hovering about this place, you know.
Yeah, well, at the minute it's the 3rd and 4th. The only other close teammates at the minute is the 2 Subaru drivers, and Sean in 1st and Nissan Elvis in 5th. But
Scotty.
Of Elvis's tyres, he's going to be falling back shortly.
Especially with Scotty just behind him, very quick driver. He's just got fresh tyres on.
Yeah, he shouldn't have too much trouble passing Nissan Elvis. My dark horse to watch is living up to the hype I give him. Murkoff still running down in 8th after his couple of incidents.
Might be able to get 7th off Blackie with the pit strategy. Seemed to be battling earlier in the race, so
yeah.
I imagine he'll go forward rather than backwards. Nipper Dog's about 18 seconds behind, and then Tom's about 10 seconds ahead of Shadow, who's now being lapped by Mr. Sean.
Hopefully he'll dive out the way quick enough. He doesn't seem too interested at the minute. He's probably wondering why Sean is following him. He's just indicating that he's going to stay out. Nobody knows where he's going right now. He indicated left, he indicated right, he put the hazards on. I think he's just saying to Sean, will you just go past, get out my slipstream?
I don't want to crash into you, I'm too scared. Just go.
Grim is having a bit of a terrible race in the Dodge down in 12th.
Just about to be lapped by Ajax. Kuska's now in the pits. Promotes his teammate up ahead of him. I think a guy ahead of Elvis, or maybe not.
I was just going to say we've got Nissan, Elvis, and Scotty side by side, but
yeah, Elvis just went into the pits.
no, he left it late to pull into the pits. He wasn't letting Scotty know where he was going.
No indicating at all there.
He held it tight to them.
Yeah.
So that's Scotty back up in the 5th, and he is on the back of Kuska. He's 1.4 behind him.
Both just out of the pits. Scotty's got Longworth Shield though. I did check the region map, at least on the region map, Scotty's the only Scottish driver that we have in our group. Which I find that quite, I find that quite amazing, to be honest. It's like 36 in England.
Yeah, well, I was the only Welsh one until Stephen joined.
Oh, I just had one Welsh written down, so I have to correct that.
Yeah, I am from Wales.
Yeah, I figured with the WRC flag thing. Yeah.
I'll make sure people know.
Yeah. Know where you're from. My dad is actually Scottish. He was born in Edinburgh.
Yeah, right. Never been to Scotland, as far as I can remember.
Oh, I've been once for like a couple of days. It felt like going to Dublin.
Yeah.
They had a really
That's
cool
a place.
cinema though, which was like so tall. Yeah.
Yeah. Dublin is the worst place I've ever driven in my life.
Well.
I had so many minutes of road rage, I could probably have got arrested.
Yeah. I think
So,
it takes about an hour.
I only have to get the train.
The train. Fair enough. I think it's like an hour drive from Belfast to Dublin. Just down the motorway. It's pretty much straight motorway most of the way.
It would be closer to 2. Depending on what you're driving.
Yeah.
It takes me 45 minutes to get from Belfast to Newry.
It's still really far away. It's really far away.
And Dublin's about another hour from Newry down.
Yeah, Kongsberg might do it in an hour.
Well, I did once do Newry to Belfast in my powerhouse of a Volkswagen Bora in about 20 minutes.
Yeah.
But I had to get my other half to the hospital. She was late for an appointment, so...
I hear a lot of stories about people telling me how far they can get from one place to Belfast. Ballymena is one as well, and it's usually a hospital-related thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like,
But
that's what we train for.
Yeah. If anybody from the PSNI is watching, I didn't take me 20 minutes. I drove the speed limit, and it took me 45 minutes.
Yeah.
Self-incriminating myself here. Scotty has actually dropped back from Kuska now. He's just over 3 seconds behind him now. That extra fuel is just weighing that McLaren down a bit.
Or Cusker's found the speed he had on the medium tyres and the softs now.
Yeah.
Because he went on to the softs, and let's be honest, like, that's when his race started to go badly for him. But he's got another pair of softs on, and now it's starting to go back where it was. So, yeah. Just, maybe there's a wee bit of adjustment. It goes very wide.
And Ajax just had a massive moment coming out of 2 and 1.
Oh, did he?
Trying to swap ends for him. But he gathered it up rightly. Tom and the other McLaren did his best to stay out of the way. He's
Or
actually
a pole
planning out.
sitter.
Yeah,
A pole sitter down the
really,
11th.
really surprised by Tom. He just hasn't been able to find his rhythm in this race since that first lap.
I think he came
Got
like
nowhere near his pole time either. Excuse me.
Cusker's got the fastest lap. He's making moves.
Yeah. I think that's a man who is extremely annoyed by whatever technical issue he had there where he ghosted for a lap.
Half a lap, yeah.
He's running very wide on that right-hander there at the end of that short straight.
There's a lot of runoff on this track. Like a lot.
Yeah. Ajax is now carving through another back marker.
Oh, that McLaren was getting very close to him in the brakes there. But Nixon actually used that opportunity to get past Shadow.
Yeah, I watched him down the straight. He just sat in Ajax's slipstream and just followed him the whole way down.
Yeah, trying to hide. Hopefully he doesn't see my ID.
Yeah. Well, it isn't actually a bad
Strategy,
tactic
no?
now from Nixon if he can stay with Ajax, drag him up through the field, and also save his fuel and a little bit of tyres as well.
He has got better tyres and fuel, so he could do that. He's just unfortunately found himself in the position where he's a lap down. He probably could try and overtake him if it were for position, but yeah.
Yeah, you may as well make use of the slipstream and not get annoyed by blue flags every 2 seconds.
Well, they get...
Scotty is really dropping back from Cusker now. Over 5 seconds. He's tumbling backwards. His last lap was 1:36, where Jeff Cusker's was 1:35 flat. So about a second lap, he's pulling on him now. Although looking at the splits at the minute, Ajax and Sean is just going to be a fight to who finishes first and second, because they now have a gap of 22 seconds back to Macready in third.
He's just come into pits, so it's even greater now.
Yeah.
It's about 34 seconds to Cusker. 27.
Sean will be in this lap. He's critical on fuel. So couldn't work out. They can just focus on each other now. Don't have to really worry about Cusker for the time being.
Just negotiating back markers, really. It's the biggest.
Yeah. Well, as long as the back markers stay alert and the guys use their head passing them, they should be okay.
Everyone's been good from what I've seen, so
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, there's been no real disrespectful racing or anything. It's been very clean and a couple of moments where maybe the indicators of every indicator on the car to let them know to go past you. But no, it's been very good from the guys so far.
Sean in the pits now.
Yes, Ajax is just
Did he drop it or
down the
something?
straight.
Because he was 6 seconds behind, now it's like 14 seconds. Did Ajax crash? Don't know.
He must have. I didn't see it, but
Yeah.
something must happen. Because you're right. Last time I looked at him, it was only a few seconds ago. It was only 6 seconds. The problem Sean's going to have now is he's going to come out behind Tom Nixon and possibly
Grim.
the Hyundai as well. Oh, it was Grim, was it? In the Dodge, I couldn't quite see it.
But he gets out
He's out.
just ahead of him, yeah.
So he's 7 seconds behind now. Well, he's fueled for a long stint this time round.
Still 40 minutes left, still probably need the pit. He's put the
Yeah.
racing sauce back on as well, so he's going for another long stint.
a long stint, and then maybe the last 10 minutes or so on the racing super softs with low fuel. We'll see how that pans out, because Ajax is still on the super softs, and he's going to be pit in.
At least twice.
He'll probably have, well, he'll have one more lap, I think, on this fuel, and he'll be in. So yeah, he's going to be at least twice, because he's going to be pitting in the next lap, and then again. So it's starting to come back to Sean.
Yeah, and he's gaining. He sure is. Half a second so far.
And he's going to have the slipstream of Tom for a bit down this back straight. Start finish straight, sorry, not back straight.
Yeah.
Murkoff has climbed up to 6th. Excuse me, but he'll be pitting there. So Blackie is just out of the pits, he's in 8th in the Alpha. Nice Martini livery on that Alpha as well. But the gaps, as you go past 7th, the gaps open up massively.
Yeah, it's like 20 seconds. I mean, Tom's 8 seconds behind. Well, 8 seconds ahead of Shadow, and he'll probably extend that gap because he's got amazing speed. But
Revs is really struggling at the back though. But he's still going.
The whole field's sandwiched between two Peugeots. Tom battling with another one of the leaders.
And Sean is
That's a
just
big,
under 5 seconds now.
big gain, yeah.
As he's going past Tom now.
Surely Ajax must pit. Nope, he's going another lap.
On the last time he drove it right to empty, and he's going to do it again. He likes to use every drop. I just hope he doesn't get caught out and he runs out of fuel, because that's probably lower than the last time he did it. Because it's awfully embarrassing when you run out of fuel in a race.
Oh, isn't it?
Sorry,
I wouldn't know. Yeah.
Scotty's diving in 5th as well.
Especially when you're battling with Sean.
Yeah. Maybe it's just Sean. Maybe he's doing something to people's games and making people's fuel vanish.
Yeah, he's fucking put a hole in the fuel tank. That's what he did, like.
Pit crew are shooting holes in the tank as it drives past.
Yeah.
But look at the time he's gaining. It's nearly down to, it's 3.5 seconds now as he's coming around to his last few corners. It's going to be 3 seconds at this rate.
Yeah, he's going to pit, he's going to come
out. Ajax staying out has cost himself over a second.
And it was earlier, he was the one undercutting Sean and getting on him like that.
Yeah.
And we do feel like he had an incident as well whilst he's been on this stint.
Yeah.
But still very well done for the Peugeot.
That's one way to enter the pits.
Don't even think the Peugeot's a good car, I just think Ajax is like really quick now.
Yeah.
It's only the second race I've seen him in. As Sean retakes the lead.
Jeff Kuska's coming in behind in 3rd.
Two BMWs battling it out for the final podium place.
But that would, like I was saying a few laps ago, it's worked out perfect now for these two out front, because they've just got the gap to not worry about these guys battling over 3rd.
So they can pit and not have anyone to battle with, you know, it's all just back markers.
So Sean has pulled out 16 seconds again through that pit window there. Hopefully he can stretch it out. We sound like a pair of homers here, don't we? Rooting for the driver's room guy.
And also the home advantage thing as well.
Yeah. I actually got, say I was doing those Festival of Speed videos. I was actually starting to really get on my nerves because I kept having to find new ways to say good things about him because he was winning. He was getting pole position. He was driving to the end to win.
Yeah, that came across. I watched them. That came across. You were getting very frustrated. You were like, "Would everyone else hurry up?" Like, I mean,
I'm pretty sure at one point I did say I am starting to sound like a Sean fanboy now.
Yeah, I remember you saying that. Didn't help your case, like.
Yeah. Fair dues to him. He's got the pace, so can't knock the guy for it. Look. I wish I had the pace.
Yeah.
Only once I managed to stay with him, and that was at Goodwood, and it only lasted for a lap before I binned it trying to stay with him.
Yeah. I don't know, the battles we've usually had incidents. Or I've underfueled, or I've managed to do the fuel saving brilliantly, which I haven't done in a while. I used to like worry about fuel, but racing with some faster drivers, I'm like, I can't be thinking about this. Like,
yeah, foot to the floor, balls to the wall. I need to stay with them.
Yeah. Otherwise, you lose the slipstream, and then you're just like no man's land.
Yeah. He's still pulling away from him. He's got up to 17 seconds now. Ah, nearest, damn it.
Yeah, I think Ajax he's got a big task ahead of him, it seems.
Yeah.
I think Sean's definitely got the advantage here. Ajax will be catching him about 16 seconds. I definitely feel like he must have had a moment, and that's why he was 14 seconds back instead of like 7, because he was gaining on Sean, and then he just dropped back massively. Whoever that moment was. Yeah.
He could be looking at that delta, and it could have had the effect of slowing him down.
Yeah.
you battle with somebody for over an hour and a half, and you've tried your hardest, and everything seems to just be falling apart now. It can be disheartening.
Tom came into pits, but that wouldn't change much. He'll just come out in 11th, because he's about 40 seconds up the road from Revs, drifting in the Peugeot.
Ajax has Hyundai in front of him.
Grimlock's pit crew have stopped working today. They're gone on strike.
I think maybe this could be our first towel throw in it.
Yeah.
Maybe he's had enough. He was having a hard time there at the back, unfortunately. But he's had some brilliant drives lately, Grim.
Yeah.
He won the, what was it, season 2, he won the opening round of the Endurance Championship in Tokyo in the rain. He strolled to that victory.
That was an Endurance Championship, yes.
Yeah. On Sunday there he put his Aston onto the podium. So he's more than capable driver. He just doesn't seem to be able to get a run of results. They come a bit spotty for him.
This is a track that a lot of drivers don't like, because it is, it's like no other racetrack.
It's very Marmite.
Yeah, that's a word you used earlier, but describes it perfectly. You either love it or hate it.
Sean has one of the Hyundais and he's just giving it a flash to come out the way. Oh! The Hyundai decided the grass was the safest option and nearly collected Sean coming out of the corner.
Crisis averted. So, I mean, there's a second Ajax has taken out of Sean, so they're similar on fuel. Tyres from Ajax is gaining on them, but it's a lot of time.
They were both dealing with Hyundais there 1 lap after each other, so it could have had a little effect with it there. Ajax had already cleared the Hyundai and Sean was trying to clear it on that last lap. It'll be interesting now, they've both got a little bit of clean air. Sean's got a big gap in front of him before he hits the next back marker, but Ajax is going to come up across the next Hyundai.
The battle for P3 between the two BMWs is the closest battle we have at the minute. Everyone else is very spread out.
Now, will they battle?
The teammates.
Will the teammates go toe-to-toe, or will they do the team thing and have basically, as we've said, the best team result in this Tier 2 lobby, because there's no other teammates as close as these two.
Nope. Bringing home the points for BMW.
Although Kuska will be thinking he should be ahead of him after he had his issues, has actually dropped him behind McCready. So it'll be interesting to see.
Situation that I dropped him out of the battle for the leads. No battle for third place now. McGregor's indicating, so I'm just trying to tell Kusker something. Yeah, he's letting him by. Or no, he's not.
No, he doesn't. He closes the door on him.
This is the intent's there, but the execution, yeah.
Go on past me. No.
Even when Kusker almost made a lunge at the last second, McCreader's like, alright, I'll go. Oh crap. Still holding each other up. Oh, no, he's letting him
finally
pass.
Through.
This could be battle.
Yeah. It's the longest teammate letting somebody pass I've ever seen.
Yeah, it's about 6 corners. What can make it worse is if Kusker goes too deep on the brakes here and then... Yeah! Well, he went off the track but he got back.
No, to be fair, I've watched Kuska for a few laps on that corner, and that's
his line. Yeah, okay.
he carries maximum speed through there and runs out past.
This is
Ajax is now past the other Hyundai, but he lost some time to Sean. Just going back to the front.
It's about the time when they came out of the pits at the minute. Kusker's weaving. Why is he weaving? He's trying to keep heat in his tyres.
Maybe the two BMW boys are just having fun now.
Yeah, I think so. Maybe they'll battle and give us something to watch.
Yeah, I actually thought that Ajax had gone past the Hyundai, but the Hyundai's still behind Sean.
Yeah, I see that. Quite a far bit ahead of Ajax too.
Yeah, I thought Ajax would have caught him by now, but Nipperdog must have been keeping into Sean's slipstream there, just holding him up away from Ajax. Because Sean's now pretty much steadily holding the gap now to 16.9 to 17 seconds, ahead. It's working out slowly for Sean. We're in the last half hour now, so they're pretty much both going to pit again, but
and with similar amounts of fuel.
Yeah, Sean just used a little bit more. His tyres are slightly worse than Ajax's, so it'd be interesting to see if who pits first, and if Sean pits first, does Ajax try and cover him off and go with him and go for a straight out fight to the end? As I say that, Ajax loses the back end slightly on the first corner. It's not going to help his case.
Yeah, about half a second that cost him.
Yeah.
Unless he gets
tiny little mistakes.
Yeah, he might get onto the last set of tyres and then just really kneel every lap and yeah.
Maybe at this point he's just like a coiled spring. He's just sitting there waiting to pounce. That could be it.
But again, good to see a Peugeot up at the front.
Yeah.
The two McLaren teammates lapping each other. Scotty just got ahead.
I will go back to, it's nice to see Peugeot sitting at the front, but he didn't want the car anyway.
Yeah.
He may be a convert. He may be looking for Peugeot in every race he enters now.
Yeah, it's his car. Because he does well. Sean has won a lot of races in the driver's room, so Ajax did keep it tight for the battle for a lot of the race. I don't think it's going to work out now, but especially because we see...
It's still not fully over, but
yeah.
It's looking highly unlikely that Ajax is going to be able to...
I think he's burning his fuel faster than Sean as well. I think he's using up... I know Sean's got slightly less, fuel, but...
No, he definitely is, because the fuel was a little bit further.
Yeah.
It's a lot closer together now. Cusker's going in for his final stop.
See if these two swap places next lap or lap after.
It's going to put Scotty ahead. He has the fuel to go to the end by looks of it, but he's not going to have the tyres.
No, especially if Cusker's so far behind him, only about 4 seconds. And him drifting out of the first corner just to cement that point.
Although Cusker does have 2 back markers, one of them being Scotty's teammate between him and Scotty now.
See if his teammate helps him out a bit.
Might message Tom in our McLaren group chat. Don't you let that BMW pass. Oh, Grim has checked out.
Yep, didn't.
He had a hard race today.
It is a hard race though, 2 hours. Like, I couldn't do this. I know you were going to do it today, but like I didn't do it last week, didn't do it this week, it's too long.
Yeah, I did the first one, and the main reason I didn't do it this time, apart from to fill in for Berkey, who couldn't make it with the on-comms this time round.
Yeah.
My right arm basically felt like it was trying to fall off by the time I finished the last 2-hour race.
I see.
It's not nice.
Yeah. Sure, you'd be very quick at a track after driving it for 2 hours straight, though.
But that's if you can remember how you drove it. Yeah, you end up on autopilot for some of it, just going through the motions because you're going round that much.
And Cusker's come out quite a bit ahead of his teammate.
Yeah, he's got past both of the back markers.
In the same corner, first corner.
Yeah. The Hyundai flashing again, wasn't happy that he got overtook. But the Hyundai has actually passed Tom as well, so they've swapped positions.
I think he's...
Shadow ahead of Tom.
I think he's seen like people flashing lights before in Gran Turismo, and he thinks it's just signs of affection,
Yeah.
It's waving to someone.
Okay, just
yeah.
2 flashes when you're getting lapped is it's a bit silly, really. Ooh.
Oh, revs!
This could get interesting. There's the team talk I was talking about earlier.
I was
I couldn't speak then.
You did.
I could not speak.
I was the same, but like he did say he almost hit him like the last time he got lapped as well. So that's like twice now.
But that time he wasn't being lapped; he was overtaking Sean. And nearly outbroke himself and took out the leader.
Yeah.
It's actually cost Sean a bucket load of time. He's down
2 seconds
14
at least.
seconds. Jesus.
Yeah.
This team Peugeot working together now.
Definitely.
Is Stewart's inquiry after this?
Sean will be coming into the pits soon, and then Ajax will come into the pits, and then we'll see where they pan out going towards the end. Scotty's coming to the pits now, so he's gotten out of the 2 BMW's way.
He's 8 seconds behind McCready. It's 20 minutes to go. He could possibly do it, but it's going to be tough.
Either the McLaren's very thirsty, or he just really wants to make sure he's got spare fuel.
Oh, yeah, that's a lot of fuel.
Yeah.
When I only did one test in the car, I was going to do more tests today, and I didn't find it was that thirsty. There's Sean's in now from the lead. So I don't know, maybe it's just lapse of concentration. We'll see what he finishes with. Ajax is coming down the start-finish straight when he's, going to be in the next lap. Sean seems to be taking on a bit of fuel. Sean as well, took nearly a full tank.
If they're all taking their full tanks, then the BMWs would surely have to pit, unless they're like really good at fuel.
Yeah. Well, I know the BMWs in the last race were pretty good on fuel.
There were different BMWs.
Yeah, they used the Z4 last time around.
Yeah.
The M3, I think, is a little bit thirstier on that regard. The Z4 is like an average car for the tyre wear and fuel consumption. Got them the win in the first one. They took it overall, Team BMW.
Yeah, I remember the lobby I was watching had, I know it was Alex in the Ferrari, and he was battling for the whole race with another BMW who was Liam Nessie. Liam Nessie ended up coming second, but they were battling the whole race. It was great to watch, even more than Sean and Ajax have today.
No, the Ferrari was a dark horse. Everyone wrote that car off.
With the tyres.
Terrible car, and it wouldn't do anything. Alex just blew all that out the water.
Although he was pitting twice every time the BMW pitted once, which, just because his tyres were...
If you've got the speed, you may as well use it, I suppose.
Yeah, it's like sprint races the whole way for Alex, that race. Yeah. He's probably in lobby 1 today. Both his drivers are probably in lobby 1 today.
I know Alex is, I'm not sure about Lionessy. I'm not sure if he's entered this time round.
Oh, he was very quick last time. Maybe he did, maybe he didn't, I don't know. Don't think he did.
Well, Sean's got an 11-second gap to Ajax after Ajax has pitted, so... It looks all said and done now. Yep,
17 minutes left. This is to finish.
Ajax has took just below 3/4 of a tank there, so... Does have less fuel in Sean, but...
Look at dog flashing.
Maybe he's got a deal with a bulb company, so he's trying to get the most out of him.
Endorsement, sponsorship.
Yeah.
Just another... a bit of sponsorship money at the end of the year.
Yeah, a hella light bulbs.
Yeah.
Ajax has put up a real good fight, but I think Sean has him covered now. Same gap back to Kuska. He's got 5.5 seconds over his teammate McCready at 4th, so I think we're going to be probably settled now for the last 60 minutes of the race. That's going to be our podium order, I think.
The only question is if Markov pits, if McCready pits, Kusker could pit.
Yeah.
Just because of fuel.
Actually, yeah, they've got lower fuel. Kusker's got really low fuel, actually.
Yeah. Markov.
Could be in for Scotty to get on the podium here.
That'll be a good recovery drive, yeah. It was crazy that first corner. The McLarens got the worst of it, both of them.
Yeah.
Then they just never seemed to...
Unfortunately, these things just they happen now and again, don't they? It's
yeah, especially in some of these tracks.
Grim is definitely not that kind of driver. He must have just had an issue or got incited, or maybe got contact with somebody else.
Yeah. That's what can do that.
Yeah, he did apologise straight away, so...
No intent.
No.
So we think BMW is going to win our Wii championship, but
yeah, Looks like they're gonna win Lobby 2's team.
Yeah. There's the World Endurance Championships where this track's based every year. It's the only, like, apart from Japanese series, it's the only one that's here every year. Toyota is very successful at it. In fact, they've actually won every race apart from one race, which Porsche won in the World Endurance Championship since like 2012. That's like properly dominant. But they do own the track, so that does make some sense.
I'm just reading a comment there from Grim actually, where he's just apologising for he did miss his braking point completely into turn 1.
Can happen.
Yeah.
Is this what our group's called? The Biscuit Bandits?
Yeah.
Okay.
We are Mung's Biscuit Bandits. Also looks like one of our McLarens has dropped out of the Lobby 1 race as well. Might actually just try and tune in quickly to Lobby 1 and see who's heading up what over there.
See if they start at the same time as us.
They're actually behind us.
Well done, Craig.
James isn't actually winning. Marty Funkhauser is winning that race so far. Alex is in 3rd. Smith is in 4th. Anthony Hunt in 5th. With Wilco in 6th, Lucas in 7th, and Mungs in 8th. Marty Funkhauser is in a Subaru. 2 races and 2 Subarus in the lead.
I see the Hyundai is in 2nd place in that one as well.
Yeah, that's James in that one. I'm surprised he's not in 1st, but...
Marty has less fuel. Yeah, I'll stop watching every race, but we've got more drivers in this race, so we've got one more driver remaining.
Nobody really cares about Lobby 1 anyway, they're all a bunch of prima donnas.
Yeah.
Lobby 2's where the cool kids hang out.
Exactly. Lobby 2 is always the best.
Although I did race in Lobby 1 last time, but we'll keep that quiet.
Yeah, it didn't happen. Oh, someone just drove into the wall. 9th place. Who's that? Nipper Dog? Nipper Dog? He's fine. He can crash into the wall a few more times if he wants.
He's actually got Ajax catching him now, is it? Yeah. Probably not what Ajax wanted to see at this moment in time. Although the good news is, Nipper Dog's headlights are okay, so he can still flash his lights.
I worked this out, right, 4 minutes, right, well, like 3 minutes, and he's gained 4 seconds in Sean. And we've got 10 minutes left. I don't think he's going to do it, but it looks like he's, he's threatening to do it.
Yeah, I'm just trying to watch Sean to see if he's short shifting or anything, but he's revving it out when he's on the straight, so he isn't particularly fuel saving. As you see, Kuska's diving in, so...
Got that, Scotty.
Scotty in the McLaren is up to 4th.
Splitting the 2 BMWs, woo!
The podium is still on for Scotty.
Is that Murkoff in the pits too? It is. Murkoff in the pits.
Yep. Murkoff the sole remaining Viper in this lobby.
So he's come out ahead of his teammate, but he's 9 seconds behind Scotty Kusker. No, his teammate hasn't pitted yet.
No.
But it looks like he could go to the end, to me.
Yeah, he's got just under a quarter of a tank, just depends. He's revving it out, so he's not fuel saving, so...
Probably has got a pit then, yeah. Scotty could get a podium, maybe.
Yeah, he's got more than enough fuel, so... Just his tyres... His left tyres are wearing a bit now. Hopefully he can stretch them out. He's looking good. As he didn't have much practice in this car, and, well, none at all. He was jumped in for about, I think he had 10-15 laps earlier on. And a big accident in turn 1, so it's been a great drive from him to get this far at this point of the race with a possible podium on the cards.
McCreader's staying out another lap.
I think McCreader's possibly going to try and push it. I wonder, just looking the way that car's revving in sixth, I wonder has he turned the fuel mixture down?
Yeah, he looks like he's got the foot down, but it's not really getting up that gear.
Yeah, because it was really creeping along in sixth and the revs are sort of bouncing, you know how it does in a lower fuel mixture.
Yeah.
So he's probably going to try and squeeze it out now. It's all going to be down to his fuel management if he keeps that podium. Because Jeff McCusker isn't making any inroads to Scotty at the minute. He's still 9 seconds behind him. And the saving grace for Scotty is there is a back marker between him and Jeff Cusker. So Scotty has a bit of security to the back. He had 8 minutes left. Sean is looking comfortable now. He's down to just 9.5 seconds, so he should be able to hold that out for the rest of the race.
Yeah, at the back of the grid it's like 30-second gaps.
Yeah.
Murkoff's on the freshest tyres going after Elvis.
Scotty's going to be up into third. No, Scotty's gone in.
Scotty went in? Why? What? He's the last person who should have went in. What's he doing?
Oh, he obviously wants fresh tyres. Don't put fuel in. Get out.
Don't put fuel in. He's putting the fuel in. He's putting the fuel in.
No.
Oh.
It was all there and now it's gone. Still, fifth is a good result for him, but
wow.
Oh, he had the podium. If it was me in the car, I wouldn't have stopped, to be honest.
No.
I would have drove that thing until the tyres were hanging off it, and then I would have just put tyres on.
Because he's got a lot more fuel than anyone else. Like, substantially more.
He's got way too much fuel for 7 minutes.
Yeah. This battle at the leads, it's over, it's 10 seconds. It's been 10 seconds for the last lap or so, so... Yeah.
Sean has it down there, looking at his times there. He's comfortably in the 135s near enough every lap, so he had one where he actually dipped down to 134s.
Yeah.
So he's got plenty of pace. He's not going to be in any danger now, Sean.
Well done, good win again.
Yep. Yet again, Sean has won.
Oh, big car crash, big crash. That was Scotty in the wall. McLaren's really badly damaged, and that means Elvis is actually going to get him here in the straight, surely.
Oh, it's all gone Pete Tong in the McLaren garage. Maybe he realised his mistake and was driving the car a bit hard. I don't know, but yeah, Elvis is gonna shoot past the outside. Although he doesn't actually, he's going for a switchback, but Scotty covered the inside.
Scotty's still got a fresh car, still very quick, so he can fend them off. His tyres.
It was good defence into that first corner there. Elvis had nowhere to go.
Elvis doesn't have much tyres, so if anything they might come under pressure from Murkoff, who's about several seconds behind them. Still only 3 laps, so...
It could happen.
Sometimes the tyres can really fall off on you, like...
Yeah, they hit that cliff and just disappear. Although
Battle for 10th.
I thought Cusco was having more issues than he was ghosted. He must have been getting rid of a penalty. Nepodog in the pits. Some new boots and a quick splash of fuel, and he's away again. Yeah, they've all pretty much checked out in their positions now.
Yes.
And you're ready. If Nissan Alvis can get Scotty, but you say his tyres not going to let him do that.
Murkoff is getting 2 seconds on this lap. He's probably got about 3 laps left, so that might be a change of position. See how it pans out.
Yeah.
But yeah, Scotty's got his act together a bit more. He's got to secure that 5th place. Could have been a podium. It really could have been a podium, but not today.
It should have been a podium.
Yeah, if you're in the car, podium.
If I'm in the car, I'm down with Tom. We're running nose to tail in 11th and 12th.
Well,
but no, it's he didn't have much preparation, so a podium would have been amazing for him. But 5th is still a good result.
yeah.
But the man of the day, I think, has to be that bloody guy in that pink Subaru, Mr. Sean. He's, we did question it a couple of points whether he was going to have it, but he stuck to his strategy and it's unfolded really well for him.
Yeah, I think he went on the racing super sauce once.
Yeah.
Thought, nah. I think with race cars, I feel like sometimes the soft tire is faster with the race cars.
I was having that discussion with the McLaren boys earlier on today, that I don't know whether it's just something in my head or whether that statement there is true, but when I put the super softs on a lot of things, I can't drive as fast as I can on the softs.
Yeah, it's like more stable or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's, but sometimes I think it's because I know the super softs are on there. They're the fastest tires. I push the car too far, and
Maybe.
end up losing time. Missing braking points or being too aggressive on the throttle and having to back out of it and then go back in it again. And things like that.
It is possible. It would make sense too, because when you're on like a harder tire, you don't tend to push as much as you think you can, because you know that you don't have the best tire, so you're more chill with it and you don't take too many risks, maybe, just naturally.
Sometimes it's hard to get in your brain that driving slower is actually faster sometimes.
Yeah.
Especially mine anyway.
So weird that, isn't it?
Just while we're talking, Scotty is gaining on Cusco.
Is he?
He was 4.7 or 4.8 seconds, he's now 3.9, so he's gaining on him. He's clawing him slowly.
This will be the last lap for them, because they're just coming across the line now.
He could put pressure on him. I know some people, if they see that delta coming down, that's when mistakes can be made.
We've also got Murkoff.
We've got more Hyundais unlapping themselves down the start-finish straight.
It's on.
He's hit him again.
And you have Murkoff who's closed in on this now. This has properly affected it. So now Murkoff's going to get the run.
Yeah, he's got the run. He's hooked right in behind the Subaru now.
Fresher tires.
I will. Oh my god, this Hyundai is all over the place.
Elvis has to go around the outside. This is going to be horrible. This looks horrible.
There's
oh my
more
god.
contact. Now Murkoff is alongside Elvis. He had to back out because the Hyundai got in the way again. Big power slide from Elvis. This is the greatest point of this 2-hour race. Murkoff's on the inside.
Murkoff's on the inside, yep. Into Dunlop, he's going to go for a move. I haven't seen an overtake here all day. He did it. He did it
Well
clean.
done, Murgoth.
Yes.
Who is that Hyundai? It's Big Shadow. Good man, Big Shadow. You brought us some entertainment there on that last lap. Thank you very much.
So a few drivers finished now. McCready's finished in third. Sean's coming up to the last sector now. Someone spun off in the last sector. Who is that? Tom. Tom, that's okay. Tom, how we spin?
Tom's just cruising to the line there. Scotty come home in fifth in the end. That's a good result for him in the McLaren. Murkoff takes sixth. And then you got Elvis crossing with Big Shadow attached to his rear bumper again. There's contact after the checkered flag.
Right, we've got Sean coming through to take the win here. He's come through the last corner.
Great drive from Sean. Hats off to him. He bossed that race even when we thought he maybe wasn't going to have it. Appropriate time to use your headlights.
Yeah.
In a celebration. Congratulations to Sean. A great job by Ajax as well. He pushed Sean to the end. Just that last stint didn't really come off for him. The last two stints really, Sean got him.
Potential incident as well in that race.
Yeah, yeah. Sean gets a clean race as well.
2 hours and clean race.
Yeah.
Nicely done.
And it's not as if he started from pole either, which is very good.
Well, that was fun.
Yeah. They give us something to talk about anyway. They did
Yeah.
well.
I think it was only a lull of about 5 minutes when there wasn't anything happening.
Yeah, it did settle down for a little bit. Revs is out. He's had enough. Ooh, Nissan Elvis is not happy with Big Shadow. Oh,
No.
There's gonna be a fight.
We don't have a steward section. Mung will have to manage it.
Yeah, he will.
Yeah.
How much are you gonna put in there? Any issues? Tell Mung the time on a replay to look at.
Subaru won the upper lobby as well, so
A good result for Subaru then.
yeah. I think that was Marty won that one. It looked like they had a good race over a day or two.
Yeah.
Kim trying to save the replay, even though I can't think you can save the replay.
You can save it. I saved the last one, but you can't share it. It's too big to share it.
Okay. Does it take up storage?
Yes.
Okay. So yeah, so that was the endurance race. We still don't know where everyone placed, so we look at the times of both lobbies. Oh, we'll do a screenshots.
I did the screenshot of the result there, yeah.
Yeah, okay. I'll take a screenshot just in case it gets lost.
Yeah, no, me, I probably will.
So yeah, I'll have them there. So yes, thanks for joining me. I'm going to end the broadcast now. And
it would. I'm probably gonna stuff my face with some food. We've already got dinner.
yeah, I'm going to have a smoke and then go eat some food. But yeah, that sounds like a plan. Need a cup of tea and a smoke after that.
Yeah. It was enjoyable. It was a good race.
Oh, Sean's giving a sweet shout out. Maybe
Yeah.
he's listening in.
Oh, I can't spell watch.